Hello everyone, I want to make a short video on the basics of HLTV Fantasy. So if you're someone who's completely new to the game mode, this could be a very good place to start, so you just get a small grasp on how to play the game. So first off, let's go to Fantasy. We'll use this as an example tournament. Here you can either join the HLTV Prize League or one of your own leagues, however you wish to do it. But I usually play the Prize League. So this is the first place where you really need to think about your choices, right? We have 5 players for each team. You have 1 million as your transfer budget, and each player has a price, and each player has like stats. So the idea is that the better a player does in the tournament, the more points he will earn. There's a lot of factors that go into this, but mostly it's like the rating in the map and whether or not the team wins. And then there will be roles and boosters, which I will talk about later. But first of all, like, you want to use most of your transfer budget at least, like as much, because you will get better players for more money. That's kind of how it goes. But for the purpose of this video, I will just go for something like this. Maybe we have 193. Go Hampus. Yeah, that's basically perfect usage of our money here, and you should kind of aim to get at least close to all of your transfer budget being used. Let's buy this team, and the next important decision is the roles. So we have several roles that we can assign the players. The role will be in place for the entire tournament. So you cannot change it after the tournament has started. You will be stuck with the role for the remainder of the tournament, and you will just have to hope that it gives you as many points as possible. So these are basically gonna give you more points if this role's requirement gets fulfilled. So for example, for the main AWP, as no other player here other than Zaiwu is an AWP player, it's most likely best to put the main AWP role on Zaiwu, for example. Now there's a lot of these roles, and several of them are worth looking at. Some of them are weaker than others, and I think I will be making a video about all the roles and all of the boosters later on, where I go through each one and tell you why I think they're good or bad. But let's just throw on some of these roles here, just to get to the next stage. For example, RPK with 20.3% support rounds is pretty good, better than several of the others. Maybe throw the IGL and Amanek if we expect G2 will do well in this tournament. Entry fragger on someone and defender here. It doesn't really matter, I'm just throwing on the roles. But you should always go through the stats of the players to see how often this role gets fulfilled with that player, and what you expect will do well on them. For example, obviously, you should expect that you will get a lot of points with Zaiwu as the main op. And how the points get calculated: if the role gets fulfilled in a match completely. So if, for example, Zaiwu here would get over 0.25 AWP kills per round in a match, you will get 5 points. And if you get only 0.05 AWP kills per round, then you get 2 points. And then if it's below that, you will actually get penalized, where you get minus points. And that's how it works basically for each of these roles. There's always gonna be, it always says what you get the max bonus for, what you get a small bonus for, and what you get the penalty for. So you have to be careful on which role to put on which player. Far less punishing are the boosters. So boosters are very simple. If this condition is met, you get 5 points. If it doesn't get met, you get 0 points. And the way the boosters are designed is that they are way harder to fulfill consistently than these roles. For example, the best pistol round there's only 4 pistol rounds, 4 to 6 pistol rounds most of the time. So there's a very good chance that the player, for example, if he's playing CT side on A side, and the opposing team just rushes B, you will maybe not get any pistol kills for that player. Or maybe the clutch. There is a good chance that if your team just dominates and always kills most of the enemy team and the player never gets into a 1-on-X position, there's not going to be any chances to make the clutch booster work. So these are harder to get the points out of than the roll, but the difference is that you can only use them once per tournament. So once I put best pistol round here on ZywOo, then we can see the next game for Vitality will be against FaZe. Against FaZe, ZywOo has to get a best pistol round, and then he gets 5 points. If none of the pistol rounds he's the best, he will get 0 points. I will be also talking in my booster video about how you should utilize and how you can best utilize your boosters to get the maximum amount of points out of them. Because there's quite a lot of strategy involved in that, and knowing when to put which booster on your players is very difficult, and you should basically be in the know-how on if you want to maximize the amount of points. That's basically it when it comes to the HLTV Fantasy. It's very simple at the end of the day. That's why it's very easy to get into. So if you're a new player, just make a lineup. Make a lineup of players who you think are going to do well. Throw a roll on them which you feel like fits them. And just remember to throw boosters on them before every match. And after you've done that for a couple of events, maybe you will also, like me, start really looking into how to maximize the amount of points you can get and do as well as possible. But thank you for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one.